My landlord who evicted me during chemo got arrested by the FBI at his victory celebration. My former landlord Richard stood on the courthouse steps, popping champagne to celebrate buying his 5th luxury property, while I sat in my car, waiting for the FBI to arrive. Another successful investment, he cheered to his entourage, not knowing his empire was about to collapse in exactly 3 minutes. 6 months earlier, Richard had evicted me 2 days after I told him I had cancer and would need a few weeks to catch up on rent due to medical bills. Not my problem, he'd said, changing the locks while I was at chemotherapy. Find somewhere else to be sick. I'd been a perfect tenant for 3 years, never late on rent until the diagnosis. Had offered to pay with interest once my medical leave kicked in. It didn't matter to Richard. He wanted me out to renovate and triple the rent. You have 30 days legally, I'd told him. Sue me, he laughed. Oh wait, you can't afford a lawyer. He was right. I couldn't. So I lived in my car during treatment, using gym showers and hospital bathrooms. Nearly died from infection because I couldn't properly care for my surgical site in a Honda Civic. But what Richard didn't know was that my oncology nurse's husband was a federal prosecutor. When she found out why I was living in my car, she made a call. Turns out, Richard had been running multiple scams. Tax evasion through shell companies, pandemic relief fraud claiming his properties were owner-occupied, money laundering through fake renovations. The illegal eviction was just the tip. The FBI had been building a case for 2 years. My situation gave them the final piece, proof of his character and pattern of behavior. I became a witness, not for revenge, but for justice. Today was supposed to be Richard's crowning achievement, buying a $2 million penthouse at auction, paying cash from his legitimate business earnings. Local news was there to cover the success story of a self-made property mogul. The American dream, Richard proclaimed to the cameras. Hard work pays off. That's when the FBI arrived. 7 black SUVs, 20 agents, all for Richard. Richard Steinberg, you're under arrest for tax evasion, wire fraud, and money laundering. He dropped the champagne. It shattered on the courthouse steps, soaking his Italian shoes. This is a mistake, he screamed. No mistake. We've frozen all your accounts and properties, including the one you just thought you bought. The agent reading him his rights was my nurse's husband. He winked at me as they cuffed Richard. Wait, Richard spotted me. This is about him, isn't it? That deadbeat tenant? The cancer patient you illegally evicted? The agent asked loudly, ensuring the news cameras caught every word. He's a witness to your pattern of criminal behavior? Yes. The reporters swarmed. Richard's success story became slumlord arrested for fraud. The headlines wrote themselves. Property mogul who evicted cancer patient faces 20 years. But karma wasn't done. At his bail hearing, the judge recognized the address of one of Richard's properties. This is where my nephew lives. You're the landlord who refused to fix the heating during that blizzard. 4 families nearly froze. Bail denied. His properties were seized and auctioned. The building I lived in, bought by a nonprofit that provides housing for cancer patients. They offered me the apartment manager position and my old unit for free while I finished treatment. Richard's wife divorced him and testified about hidden assets. His business partners flipped for immunity. His own lawyer quit after Richard couldn't pay because everything was frozen. The trial is next month. I'm the star witness. Not about my eviction. That's a separate civil case I'm now winning. But about his conversation admitting to tax fraud while he was throwing my belongings onto the street. I don't pay taxes like you idiots, he bragged. That's why I'm rich and you're not. I'd recorded it. Legal in our state. Didn't know it would matter then. Just wanted evidence of the illegal eviction. Turns out it became evidence of much more. Last week, Richard's court-appointed attorney contacted me. Richard wanted to apologize, hoping for leniency. Tell him I'm busy, I said, getting chemo in my rent-free apartment. The prosecutor says Richard's looking at 15 to 20 years. He'll be 70 when he gets out. All his property's gone, wealth seized, reputation destroyed. And me? Cancer's in remission. Living rent-free in a building that now helps people like me. Working a job I love. Watching my former landlord's empire crumble from the apartment he illegally kicked me out of.